Hey, family, welcome to How Love Works, where we talk about the principles for lasting love. Well, family, back again. I want to share with you today something that I find very intriguing. It's something that I get a lot of feedback from. I had mentioned to one of my subscribers that I was going to do something along the lines of dealing with, sexual malfeasance, vis-a-vis pornography, and I intend to do just that. But because I have gotten so many requests to deal with this issue, I thought I might as well go ahead and get it out of the way now. So what I want to talk about today, brothers and sisters, I want to deal with the issue of why so many relationships fail at the beginning. And primarily the biggest reason, if you just weren't going to just totally bottom line it, it's because the way relationships are framed. It's at the end of the day, that's really what it really comes down to. It's the framework in which the relationships are built upon and how they are perceived from the outset, from the beginning. So, in a sense, once you hear what I have to say about some of the various reasons that go into why so many relationships fail at hello, it's due to the fact that the alignment of the relationship is not in harmony. And as a result, even if you build that relationship, it's going to be tilted. You know, if the relationship is out of balance in the beginning, even if you build it, it's going to be tilted. So I hope that makes some sense to you. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and get started right now. And I want to call this subject why you lose at hello. Why you lose at hello. And we're talking about why so many relationships fail at the beginning. All right. Number one, most people are out of sync with themselves. Most people are out of sync with themselves. In other words, they have no self awareness of what they need, what they want, and what they desire. And many people, as a result of that, they're constantly being fueled by all these externals and they're buying into what they're seeing from the externals. That means the culture, television, their friends, and they're getting all of this information and they're lying to themselves on top of that, because based upon all these externals, a lot of that nonsense is exactly what it is. It's nonsense, and it causes all types of detriments and issues when it comes to determining who you are and why that even matters in a relationship. That's number one. Most people are out of sync with themselves. Number two, most people never ask themselves the three basic questions about relationships. First question is why do you want a relationship? What do you want it for? Do you want the relationship to satisfy yourself sexually? Do you want a relationship for love? Do you want a relationship to ease your fears? What do you want a relationship for? Okay. Number two, how long do you want the relationship? How long do you want it to last? Do you want it to last for a short period of time? Do you want it to last forever? Do you want it to last until you get your satisfactions? Or do you want it to last sparingly, where you go from one to the next one, the next one, and the next one, the next one, right? And based on those answers, what kind of relationship do you want? Number three, do you want a polyamorous relationship where you're going from one sexual partner to the next sexual partner to the next sexual partner? Do you want a monogamous relationship? You just want one partner, right? And it depends on even that. I mean, some people want monogamous relationship. That doesn't necessarily mean marriage. So you really have to be very specific. Do you want, and to my point, do you want a platonic long-term relationship where you're not getting married, you're not having sex or any of that? What do you want out of your relationships? You have to be specific. Okay? That's why you're losing at hello. Number three, not understanding the current day dynamics. People are confused. You need to understand that. You need to believe that. The experts are not experts. They don't know what they don't know. They don't know what they're talking about. If 51% plus of the people are getting divorced, people in relationships are in multiple relationships that are constantly crashing and burning. No one knows what they're doing. They don't. If we were just going by purely results, if we were just looking at the results, the only people that seem to know what they're doing, if we were going just by results, I don't care if you include culture or any of the other externals in there into the mix. The only people that seem to know what they're doing are the Indians. Their relationships are not failing, not like nearly the numbers that we're experiencing, right? So, as I mentioned, those are the things that we're seeing. We are dealing with a lot of confusion because the church is telling men and women they need to wait on God. And the world is telling people that they need to treat their lives and their bodies like they're trash, as long as they feel good about it. We are totally confused, all right? That's the current day dynamics. You need to understand that, all right? Number 4, you don't know how to achieve your heart's desire. You really don't know how to do it. That's a big problem. Most people don't know how to choose their heart's desire. You know, most people are so confused when it comes to trying to determine how to get what they want. They will do anything. It doesn't matter what it is. They will do anything. And secondly, they don't really understand that relationships should be taken very seriously. You know, because if they did take relationships seriously, they wouldn't be doing the things that they do. They wouldn't be taking so many chances with relationships. They would be a little bit more purposeful, a little bit more intentional, a little bit more calculating, but they're not. Number 5, they don't know, I'm talking about men and women now. They don't know the difference between real love and fake love. They don't know the difference between real love and fake love. Let me tell you. Let me give you a basic understanding. Real love is when one chooses a sacrificial commitment to the highest good of the other or the object of your affection. That's what real love is in terms of somewhat of a biblical, but also a basic understanding of what real love is all about. That's why you will hang around, right? By contrast, fake love is when one is hoping by chance in a romantic fulfillment that makes the individual's happiness the ultimate value. That's what we're used to seeing. It's all by chance. It's all based upon romantic feelings, trying to fulfill these feelings and making the individual's happiness the ultimate value, the ultimate goal, right? Bottom line, real love is by choice. It requires responsibility, which equates to meaning, which equates and adds value. It is fueled by time, evidence, and knowledge, and it is based in reality. Bottom line, fake love, all right? Fake love is by chance, requiring no responsibility, no meaning, it adds no value. It's fueled by fear, romanticism, and scarcity, and isn't based in reality. It isn't based in reality. All right. Just so you have some understanding. So when I'm talking about love, that's what I'm referring to. I'm not referring to fake love. Now, number 6, most women go into their relationships as someone else. Men as well, but most women go into their relationships as someone else because they are operating on fake love narrative. They're operating on a fake love narrative. They're using their feelings of fear and scarcity to determine the most important decision of their lives: who they will spend their time with, who they will live with for the rest of their lives, who they will sleep with for the rest of their lives, who they will eat with for the rest of their life, who they will vacation with for the rest of their life, who they will trade bodily fluids with for the rest of their life, who they will create children with for the rest of their lives. You do not make a decision like that based on feelings of scarcity, romanticism, and fear. You don't do that. You have to be a little bit more purposeful than that. You don't even do that on your job. You're more purposeful on determining what job you're going to apply for. And you're a little bit more calculating when you're even applying for a job or applying for a college. But when it comes to the most important decision you make, your feelings are judge and jury. Not smart. Not smart at all. Maybe that's why they don't work out. More than 50% of the time, they don't work out. All right. Number 7, and the last one. Most men and women think, but mostly women, because men tend to be a little bit more logical in this arena. This doesn't mean what I'm about to say that feelings are evil inherently. I'm not suggesting that. I'm just suggesting that you can abnormally use what is a God-given talent or God-given gift in the wrong way. Okay, so I'm going to use this. I'm going to talk about it from a woman's perspective. Most women think, most men don't believe this, but most women think that a connection is a relationship. Men don't normally think that. We don't. All right. But most women think a connection is a relationship. All right. As a result, women really think the connection is the start of a relationship. Now, here's where the problem lies. This is a false positive, ladies, that continues to happen often in a lot of women. It really happens a lot. And it continues to happen to women many, many times. And what it ends up doing is taking women down a rabbit hole that looks something like this. When a woman's feelings are engaged in an initial attraction with a man, she makes the quantum leap of logic that says, since I feel this way about this relationship has to work out. That's a big leap, ladies. It has to work out. Then what many women do is then they commit right then. They commit then, of course, without any evidence of any kind. They don't even know if the relationship is viable at that point, but they've already committed because their feelings are so powerful. Her feelings have become, as I mentioned earlier, they are enough because they become the judge and jury for the relationship. And because it's not real love, the reason we know it is because real love requires time, evidence, and knowledge. And because most women won't give it the time, they don't look at any evidence, and they don't know anything about the man or about the relationship so that they can critically and I would say in a very succinct way judge the relationship and determine the expectations based upon that new knowledge as it is trickling in, if you will. They keep themselves from being overwhelmed and taken advantage of. But they don't do that. What does it do? It causes an imbalance. It causes disharmony in the relationship. And it crashes and burns every time. And those are 7 reasons why most of your relationships, you lose them at hello. That's my time. I thank you for yours. I catch you on the other side. God bless you.